okay?
On a
It's a
tote.
constant job.
Matt and Josh, you sell comics. We're back after. Oh fuck, it's been a bit.
So
Actually,
many
almost
people
a
were
month,
asking.
because so the co-founder and I went on vacation for 2.5 weeks, and then I came back sick.
Yes.
Thank you, Sick New World Fest. I guess that's what it meant when it titled it Sick New World.
Yes.
And then she was sick for a bit, but it was more allergies than me getting her sick. And yeah, and then you were away, weren't you? You were doing stuff.
I was away for a bit, and then I was working a lot. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But now, mellow week.
Mellow week. So we're finally back to doing videos again, hopefully for a bit anyways.
Yes.
We didn't really miss too crazy news, except for I guess Galactus, which we'll cover now.
Yeah. Yes,
The casting
okay.
of Galactus. So first, let's hit you with a sponsor. YouSellComics.com, your new multi-vendor marketplace. You Sell Comics offers a site exclusively for buying and selling of all things comics. Slabs, omnis, trades, and more. Sell for as low as 5% commission or 0 commission monthly tiers. Run your own auctions, unlimited bin listings. YouSellComics.com. Buy, collect, sell. Okay, so a bunch of, well, I guess one casting news came out. Well, actually three came out while I was away.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Ralph
there's a
Ineson
couple.
as Galactus. John Malkovich has been cast in Fantastic Four. Paul Walter Hauser has been cast in Fantastic Four. And just like 2 days ago, Natasha Lyonne has been cast in it. Well, we don't know the character. So thought we'd go over the first, the little list here of who we think's gonna, or comic book movie thinks is gonna be in the movie. Who's confirmed, who's rumored, and who that actor might be playing. So first is Mole Man. Rumor has it Fantastic Four opens with Marvel's first family battling Mole Man, the same villain they faced in the pages of 1961's Fantastic Four #1. We'd say this is likely as it means Marvel Studios can open the movie with a bang, recreating an action-packed battle that pays homage to source material. It also shows what the team can do together. Who will play the baddie that commands an army of subterranean moloids? Paul Walter Hauser is a possibility, but we're hearing it's John Malkovich.
Oh my god, that would be unreal.
I feel like Paul Walter Hauser has a bit more of the build for this Mole Man than John Malkovich, but we'll see. Herbie, we know, is going to be in the film. Our first look at the Fantastic Four confirmed Richard Reeds creates Herbie in this reality, though he doesn't look quite as advanced as his comic book counterpart. That may be down to the 1960s setting, though it's feasible humanoid experimental robot B-type integrated electronics we've caught sight of is an early version of the sidekick that serves as Franklin Richards' babysitter. Hauser voicing him is also a very real possibility, though we've heard Marvel Studios is searching for a comedy actor to lend their voice to the pint-sized fan favorite. Hauser has done a bit of comedy. He was in Cobra Kai. But he hasn't really, other than that, I don't think he's really done comedy. He was one of the bad guys in that Tonya Harding movie. And then he was also the good guy in that Clint Eastwood movie about the Atlanta Olympic bombing. Security guard who was under suspicion. And then he played a serial killer in Blackbird, which he was great in. So I don't know if he's got the comedy chops. Franklin Richards rumored yesterday, May 12th, is Mother's Day, and we'd expect Marvel Studios to drop a Sue Storm-centric piece of art, concept art. Didn't happen, but hey, there's always next year. We bring up that because it would have been ideal to confirm rumors about Franklin Richards being part of Fantastic Four. This incredibly powerful mutant with the ability to reshape and create realities could change the MCU as we know it, particularly in the later stages of the multiverse saga. Rumor has it Valeria Richards was also part of an early draft. Since then, it appears plans have changed, and Franklin now will be the only child Reed and Sue have when the story begins. Doctor Doom is rumored. I'd kind of put Malkovich as maybe Doom.
I mean, maybe. I feel like he is scary enough, but I don't know. I worry.
It's definitely not Paul Walter Hauser.
No.
We're not sure how Marvel Studios intends to address Doctor Doom's origin story. But setting the Fantastic Four in another reality should go some way in explaining why Latveria has never been referenced before now. If multiple timelines are being merged after Avengers Secret Wars to create a new sacred timeline, Doom can surely come along for the ride then, so what of the villain's place in this movie? Several scoopers have claimed he'll appear in a post-credit scene. The trades have suggested Doom is in line to replace Kang. And we'd imagine this idea is still very much on the table as we head into 2025. While we were away, Ralph Ineson was cast as Galactus. Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and even 2015 reboot all put Dr. Doom front and center. Marvel Studios needed to shake things up for its version and is doing so by going straight to Galactus. Ralph Ineson is playing the world-eating baddie and is rumored to arrive on Earth in search of Franklin Richards. Reed and Sue's son is supposedly born in space, and it could be that Galactus wishes to devour him, not the planet he resides on. Tasty children. With the Fantastic Four seemingly pulling inspiration from Earth 10, it's possible Galactus is a future version of Franklin. Oh. However, we also heard the villain might be a multiversal threat in the MCU. We talked before about how Galactus definitely has to have some gravitas to it, and Ralph Ineson's voice is fucking amazing. Killer for that. I love this pick.
Yeah, like, such a good pick.
We talked about not being super famous, of some character not being famous, but also not being unknown, kind of in the middle, but have that kind of, actually, I really...
The casting director should be given a award.
Yeah, I actually really like this pick.
Yeah, it's really... And everyone's so happy about the pick. I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? We're swimming. We're eating good here.
Surprisingly, he did join this because did you know that he was suing Disney last year?
I did not.
So he was in Willow, the TV series.
Right.
And I guess there was an accident on set where he tripped and fell doing a sword fight and like fucked up his arm. And he says he can't do horse riding or sword play anymore because his arm's all fucked up. So he's suing Disney.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I guess he'll be in Marvel. I guess maybe they paid him off I guess there'll be no sword fighting with Galactus, so...
Yeah, it's like literally, don't sue us and we'll pay you extra. It's really not that hard.
So do we think Galactus will be like celestial-like, giant, tall, or will
I'm assuming like he'll start out maybe as that, but like he'll shrink down so he can talk to people.
You think?
I guess. But we'll it'll be very interesting how they choose to do it. Also, I think that like it's gonna be something weird where they end up defeating him, but he's not dead, obviously, or whatever, or he just retreats.
Yeah.
And then obviously he's gonna come back, but yeah, I hope they do it in a good way.
Shala Ball, Silver Surfer, much to the horror of some fans, if Fantastic Four's Silver Surfer will be Shala Ball. Yes, we're getting a female surfer, though there is precedent for this in the comics. Once again, we would recommend reading Earth X or 10. Instead of being transformed into fellow Silver Surfer alongside Norrin Radd, it seems the idea may be that for her to become Galactus Herald in his place. There's an alternate reality, so changes like these make sense. Julia Garner is playing Shala Ball and has been previously praised for work on Ozark, The Americans, Dirty John, and Royal Hotel. Norrin Radd rumored, while we don't have specifics on his role. Could Malkovich be playing Norrin Radd?
This would be a very cool
at least the
casting.
Voice.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that weird slender build too. Like, I mean,
yeah, I think Norrin would be more of a CGI character though.
Yeah, so I mean, even Malkovich's voice would be amazing.
With motion capture.
For anything, you know what I mean? I take anything. Fuck, he's just so good, man.
It could be a cameo or even a subplot, which will eventually see him take Shala Ball's place by Galactus' side. It would be strange for Marvel Studios not to reference him. However, it could be that this idea is to introduce classic Silver Surfer post-Avengers Secret Wars to further differentiate this reboot from past efforts. And we all know that Fantastic Four is going to be in the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, last bit of news, Natasha Lyonne was recently cast, 2 days ago it came out, in an undisclosed role. She's been the star of any number of properties, including Orange is the New Black, Russian Doll, which Russian Doll was fantastic. Mm-hmm. Also, Poker Face, which was done by Ryan Johnson. That was also a really good show. No idea who she could be playing, though. I feel like she... Wait a minute. Could she be Herbie?
I could see her being the voice of Herbie. That's possible.
She's got that New York accent, too. That's pretty heavy. Yeah.
I also could just see her being like a scientist or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's close with the family or something, or like whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. I feel like they're putting a lot of gusto into this film. I feel like when you hire John Malkovich, it's kind of like, okay, like if we don't have a good script.
Yeah, but there have been stars taking paydays for bad scripts for a very long time.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's true.
We'll see. Yeah, so that's Fantastic Four roundup of all the casting news from the past month that we were away. Thanks for sticking with us, and thanks.